When my sister and I were kids, we had a world of our own. Clara was born with a condition that made it hard for her to speak. She could make sounds, but her words came out shaky, tangled, almost voiceless. Most people thought she lived in silence, but I knew she didn't. From early on, I learned to understand her looks, her pauses, the shy laugh she gave when she meant yes. I was her translator to the rest of the world. We used to watch a lot of movies together. It was our ritual. It was during one of those movies that we came up with our secret danger signal. Right hand over the heart, then 2 taps on the left arm. It meant, I need help now. We made a childish promise that we'd only use it if it was really serious. And we never did. Time went by. I grew up, moved away for college, and Clara stayed. She learned to communicate with strength and patience. I used to call her, send messages. But adult life kept pushing everything to later. Whenever we met, it was quick. Hugs, promises of, we need to see each other more, and then each went back to their own world. Years later, I came home for an ordinary weekend. It was Clara's birthday, and her boyfriend Enrique had organized a small party. From the moment I met him, I never really liked the guy. There was something in his eyes, a way of controlling every situation, speaking for her all the time, as if he wanted to be the voice she had fought so hard to find. The party was calm, until I saw something that froze me completely. Clara was sitting on the couch with that distant look I remembered so well from our childhood. Then subtly, almost imperceptibly, she did it. Hand over her heart, 2 taps on the arm. The signal. Our signal. I walked up to her and whispered, "Are you okay?" She looked away, pretending she was fine, but her hands were trembling. Enrique appeared behind me and said, "She's great, right, honey?" With that fake smile that made my blood boil. The next day, I managed to talk to her alone. We met at a small cafe. When I asked why she made the signal, she pulled a piece of paper from her purse and wrote, "He hurts me." My whole body went cold. In short, broken phrases, she told me that Enrique threatened her, said nobody would ever believe her. I left that place consumed by anger and fear. That night, I confronted Enrique. It was ugly. He denied everything and called me crazy. My parents took sides, my dad thought I was exaggerating, my mom tried to calm everyone down. It turned into a family war, but I didn't give up. I went after proof, talked to neighbors, found messages and recordings. When I showed everything to my parents, I saw my father's face change, pride turning into shame. We called the police, and Enrique was finally removed from her life. In the days that followed, the house felt like a battlefield. I stayed close to Clara, not saying much, but making sure she knew I was there. One afternoon, she hugged me and wrote on a small note, "Thank you for remembering." It took me a moment to realize she meant the signal, that small gesture we'd invented as children, which ended up saving her life. Now, every time I think about that simple movement, hand over the heart, 2 taps on the arm, I feel a mix of pain and relief. Clara lives in another city now and says she finally feels free. Sometimes we still make the signal, just for fun. She laughs, I laugh too. But deep down, we both know that tiny gesture holds more meaning than any word she could ever say. Sometimes I think that without that code, I might never have noticed what was happening. It's strange how something born from innocence can become the bridge between the past and someone's salvation. Life has its ironies. What seems like a childhood game can one day turn into the only way to scream for help. And when I think about everything that happened, I realize that some promises made in childhood never lose their power. They just wait for the right moment to be remembered. Maybe that's why, even as an adult, I still believe some bonds never break. They only sleep inside us until love wakes them again.